Everything changed the moment one number started spreading across the internet like wildfire. $70 million. Not 7, not 17, 70 million. And suddenly, one of hip-hop's most powerful symbols of luxury, wealth, and larger-than-life success found himself at the center of a storm that nobody could ignore. Rick Ross, the self-proclaimed boss who spent years building an empire around mansions, exotic cars, private jets, and endless displays of wealth, was now being discussed for a completely different reason. And the most explosive part? People immediately started wondering what one man would have to say about it. 50 Cent.
Glory though, morning glory. What it is, Monday morning? Yeah. What we doing today? How we turning up? What new money we talking about?
The internet moves fast, but when a story involves money, power, and a celebrity known for showing off both, it moves even faster. Within hours, social media was flooded with reactions, theories, jokes, and speculation. Some people were convinced this was proof that Rick Ross's empire was crumbling behind the scenes. Others argued that the internet was doing what it always does, taking pieces of information and turning them into something much bigger. But why did this particular story explode? Because Rick Ross was never just a rapper. He was a symbol, a walking advertisement for success. Every chain, every luxury vehicle, every mansion, every interview, every photo, everything was designed to reinforce one message. The boss was winning, always winning. And when someone spends years creating an image that powerful, even the smallest crack becomes impossible for people to ignore.
Rick Ross looks so depressed to be flying with y'all junkies. That nigga put a wet towel over his head to avoid some of the poverty that's in these airports.
It didn't seem to me like he was hiding because he was taking
That's what I'm saying.
a commercial flight.
You know what niggas
It
talking
looked like he was hiding because he's at the gate of a commercial flight.
Yeah, you don't be wanting
an
nobody
hour
to
ahead of
talk to.
time. You don't want them niggas be weird at the gate if y'all want to really have a conversation about it.
Why you even flying in the airport? You don't fly private.
I said sometimes. But in my head, I'm like, it's because of you.
The conversation quickly shifted from music to money, from albums to assets, from records to real estate. Suddenly, people weren't asking what Rick Ross was releasing next. They were asking whether the empire itself was under pressure. That question became louder because Ross's entire rise had been built differently from many artists. When William Leonard Roberts II emerged from Florida and transformed himself into Rick Ross, he wasn't selling music alone. He was selling aspiration. The image felt larger than reality itself. The booming voice, the expensive visuals, the endless references to wealth. It all created a character that seemed untouchable.
How do you deem that Rick Ross supposed to always fly?
Oh yeah, so back to Ross. But
No, the funny part with the Rick Ross shit is he shitted on niggas for flying commercials.
That's why.
Yeah, I mean,
So that's why they started attacking him. Like, not you, my nigga.
He just had a bar about niggas who don't fly private.
Man, rappers just be talking, man.
That's today's fans. They trying to hold rappers to their lyrics.
And
oh
podcasters.
my God,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
sick. And the podcaster part is ridiculous. We just be saying shit.
Yeah.
For years, fans accepted that image without hesitation because everything appeared to support it. Success followed success. Business deals multiplied. Properties expanded. The empire kept growing. Then something interesting happened. People started looking closer. And sometimes, in celebrity culture, the moment people start looking closer is when the real trouble begins.
9 figures. How'd you get there?
It's called hustling nonstop. I have 25 ventures and partnerships. Just got back from Dubai. I'm going to Canada Friday. Tonight we in the club out here in the strip club. We performing. Itself will cover all my expenses for the year. It's just that consistent nonstop balance.
Is it common knowledge that you mow your own lawn?
I think everybody in Fayetteville, they kind of know when the weather's right and they see that big tractor out there.
You are mowing, you're mowing your lawn.
Like a
John Deere or something like that?
One time for John Deere.
Look at it. What kind of rich cut his own grass? Why you out there cutting your own grass?
Got the one with the radio, the AC in it. I tinted the windows.
How many acres you mowing?
Man, I'm not even sure now. I believe close to 400. When I go out and mow the lawn, I had the homies with me too.
You trying to save money, nigga? You don't want to pay for the lawn to get cut, huh? The AC broken in the
So we got a bunch of other smaller tractors. So when they see the big one out, they know that's the boss.
Dude, that's the friendship I aspire to have.
No, that's a
all
friendship.
Your homies on the weekend, like, yo, what y'all
Yeah, let's cut the grass. No, that's some of the coolest shit ever.
What made this situation so fascinating wasn't one massive event. It was a collection of smaller details that began stacking together. A report here, a rumor there, a financial headline, an old tax story resurfacing, a debate about business performance. None of those things alone could create a scandal. Together, they became fuel. The internet started acting like detectives. Old headlines were pulled out of archives. Past financial reports were examined. Legal issues from years earlier suddenly became relevant again. Every piece of information was treated like a clue. And once people started connecting dots, fairly or unfairly, the narrative began writing itself. Then came the luxury questions, the properties, the cars, the jewelry, the enormous expenses required to maintain a lifestyle that most people could barely imagine.
Glory though, morning glory. What it is, Monday morning? Yeah. What we doing today? How we turning up? What new money we talking about? What new brands we talking about? What new businesses we talking about? Matter of fact, reward your loyal brands and your loyal partners. It's a new week, man. Let's go. It's a whole new zone. Get on that old ass Facebook you ain't posted in a long time. Post some of this new shit. Rose told you.
You call it the Promised Land?
It's the Promised
Land.
300 acres, 60,000 square feet.
It's the projects. It's bigger than the projects.
Oh, it's
Street projects. And a couple of football fields.
That's the town. That's the town.
Yeah, I'm just thinking about it. I'm sorry, it's a hood shit, but that's how I'm thinking about it.
It's beyond motivating.
All right.
It's beyond motivating.
Oh, man. Do we make some noise for that?
Yeah.
Make some noise for that.
The famous Promised Land estate, the luxury vehicle collections, the business investments, the Wingstop franchises, the endless symbols of success that helped make Rick Ross a legend. But here's the uncomfortable question that started spreading. What happens when maintaining the image becomes almost as expensive as building it? That question became even louder after reports and rumors started circulating online about finances, taxes, and asset-related issues. Suddenly, people weren't celebrating the empire anymore. They were investigating it. But the story became even more explosive when one name entered the conversation. Not an accountant, not a lawyer, not a financial analyst. 50 Cent. And if there's one thing hip-hop fans know, it's that whenever Rick Ross faces controversy, Curtis Jackson is rarely far behind.
Ross, a quick Google search says that your net worth is $150 million. Is that accurate?
Don't believe that, Jones.
Is it way off? It's close. That's a tough.
It was funny. At least they tweaked it that little bit.
Why was it lower?
Never hit.
I've never. That shit has never been accurate before.
For you, like you would
never. I'm talking about never since I got in the game. Since I got in the game, whoever doing that, I don't know who doing that. They need to know what bankers they dealing with.
Based off of what company?
Because I ain't with Wells Fargo or whoever that is. I ain't with that Jones.
So you're well past, or what is it? Are you past that? Are you not quite there yet? What's the?
He ain't getting the message.
Slab, I'm handling some motherfucking business, homie. I hope you calling about money. What you calling about then if it ain't about no money? You know I only like to talk about money, but since I love you, what else you talking about other than money?
For years, their rivalry has operated on a completely different level. This was never just about music. It was about image, reputation, public perception, control. Both men built powerful brands, but they built them in very different ways. Rick Ross built an empire around appearing larger than life. 50 Cent built an empire around exposing weaknesses. That's what made this moment so dangerous. Because when rumors about finances started spreading, many people immediately expected 50 Cent to react. And historically, whenever Ross became the subject of controversy, 50 had a habit of turning that controversy into a full-scale internet event. The fascinating part is that the battle between them has lasted so long that fans almost treat it like a permanent part of hip-hop culture. Every comment becomes a headline. Every joke becomes a discussion. Every response creates another news cycle. And that's exactly why the conversation surrounding Rick Ross's finances grew louder than it normally would have. The internet wasn't just discussing possible financial pressure. The internet was watching to see whether 50 Cent would throw gasoline onto the fire. For years, social media has transformed perception into reality. Sometimes facts become secondary. A meme spreads faster than a financial report. A joke reaches more people than a legal document. A viral clip becomes more influential than actual evidence. That's where Rick Ross found himself, caught between headlines, speculation, rumors, and public perception. The problem wasn't necessarily proving that every rumor was true. The problem was that millions of people were already talking as if they were. Meanwhile, critics continued digging through old tax stories, old business reports, and old controversies. Every previous financial disagreement suddenly looked different through this new lens. Every old headline seemed to support a larger narrative. Whether those connections were accurate or not almost stopped mattering because perception was moving faster than facts. And that's the danger of celebrity culture. Once people begin expecting a downfall story, every detail starts looking like proof. A mansion becomes a burden. A business becomes a liability. A luxury purchase becomes a mistake. Success itself becomes evidence. But reality is often far more complicated. The truth that many fans ignore is that wealth at this level rarely exists as stacks of cash sitting in a bank account. It exists inside businesses, investments, real estate, partnerships, catalogs, franchises, and assets that constantly require money to maintain. A property can be worth millions while still generating expenses every single day. A business can be profitable while still facing financial obligations. An empire can look massive while still requiring constant management. That complexity is exactly what gets lost when viral headlines start dominating the conversation. Yet none of that stopped people from asking the same question. Was the boss really facing serious pressure behind the scenes? Or was the internet creating a bigger story than the facts actually supported? The answer remains frustratingly unclear. What is clear, however, is that Rick Ross remains one of the most recognizable figures in hip-hop. His music catalog still exists. His businesses still exist. His properties still exist. His influence still exists. But something has undeniably changed. The conversation. People are no longer talking only about what Rick Ross owns. They're talking about what he might lose. And that's a very different narrative. The most interesting part is that nobody seems ready to let the story die. Every new report gets analyzed. Every appearance gets dissected. Every social media post gets examined for hidden meaning. Every move becomes another clue in a mystery that millions of people are trying to solve. And perhaps that's the biggest twist of all. Whether the rumors are exaggerated or whether legitimate challenges exist behind closed doors, the debate has become bigger than the facts themselves. The internet has already turned the story into a spectacle, and as long as people keep asking questions about Rick Ross's empire, his assets, and the possibility of financial pressure, one thing is certain: this story is far from over. Because in the world of celebrity power, the most dangerous moment isn't when money disappears. It's when people start believing it has.